Hey, Mr. Landon, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you there, Landon. How are you doing there, buddy? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm working on the striker jig here. This is a 1/8 ounce. I'll be tying up some midnights here in a little bit. Hey there, Panfish. Hey there, David. The shots went good. They only lasted about 2 hours or so. That's how long they lasted the other day. So today was a follow-up appointment, and so they're going to schedule another round of test shots that are going to last about an hour to 2 hours. About they're going to last about 2 to 4 hours, and they're going to see how that goes. He wants me to, after I get the shots, to walk around quite a bit and move around, and then he wants me to go ahead and you know let them know how it went. And if that goes good, then they're going to go ahead and do the burning. They're going to burn the the nerves. He said the nerve burning could last anywhere, when they do burn it, uh, it'll last anywhere from a year to, or I take that back, 6 months to 18 months. So sometimes it'll last longer. But we'll see how it goes. I think it may have helped a little bit. It kind of hurt that it was super cold that day that I got the shots, and I just wasn't moving that well. And so, anyhow, you know, we'll see how this next round of shots go. Hey there, Harsh. But I've been back in the shop for probably what's going to be 2 o'clock. I've been back here for about 2 hours. I've just been working on sending out orders. We've had a few orders come in today, and I thought, well, let me knock them out, get them with a shipping label on there, and I'll go live after I get them ready to ship out tomorrow. Yep, welcome in, everybody. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they gave me, oh, what day was it? Wednesday. They gave me 4 shots on my nerves. And she said that it would probably help out about up to maybe 80%. She said I have really bad arthritis and I have real bad bone degeneration. And she said, these shots may work for you, they may not work for you. And so anyway, we're going to go back in for a second round and see how it works. It just kind of didn't help that it was a super cold day, and I'm hoping maybe we get to go in this upcoming week because we're going to be like in the 40s, 50s, and 60s this week. We're going to be pretty warm. I do know that when they do burn the nerves, they might have to sedate me. I'm not sure if they're going to do it or not, but the next time I go in, it's they're going to do this just the short term shot. I do not want surgery. My my orthopedic doctor does not care about getting into the back and doing surgery. He does not want that for me. Yeah, try to do anything they can to alleviate some pain. Yeah, I'll be okay no matter what. I'll be okay no matter what. I should have taken care of myself better when I was younger, and I think I wouldn't be going through a lot of this stuff that I'm going through now. Hey, Mr. Jeremy, how you doing there? We had our winners for the Ninja Pole. Dolly Risland won, and then we also did a gifter drawing for about 150 bucks worth of lures. And Wayman had bought Showflies a ticket on the wheel, and he won it last night. And then there's a guy named Russ. If you guys see Russ come in here, we need to contact Russ to see if we could get his address. He won the membership drawing, so we did one drawing that was exclusive to people that are members that either got gifted a membership or they have a membership. So I think it went good last night. We do not get a lot of people in the channel when we're doing our giveaways. But that'll come in time. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe 30 years from now, when I'm 90 years old, we'll have a lot of people on the live stream for the giveaways. Hey, Easton, how are you doing? Doda, welcome in. Auntie, welcome in. Appreciate everybody in here. My chat has been freezing up, so I've been having to switch chat filters. So yeah, I may have a delayed response. Yeah, it was. We had. We have people in here that they throw a lot of gifts in, and they do help support our channel big time. And we had people that have never won. I don't think. I don't. Well, Showfly won a couple weeks back. He probably won about a month ago. But we had a few people that won that that have never won before, and that's kind of cool. We're going to be getting some fresh product in their hands. It's too cold to have the chat freeze. Yep. It is cold out there, and it's supposed to get really cold tonight. We got my son and daughter-in-law coming over this afternoon, evening. Yep, welcome in, everybody. This here is the striker jig. This is a 1/8 ounce lure. I got to have at least 6 packs for this tackle store I'm working on. These are going to be going to Shields All Sports here in Tulsa. Hey there, Featherhead. Hey there, Free Ride. I think Drew today is going to the Grizzly Jig. Is it today or tomorrow? He's going to the Grizzly Jig show. Yep, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. We may have a customer come out today. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're gonna come out or not. I said, if you come out before 5 o'clock. Hey there, Daniel. It's what you get. To say what you see. It's what you get. Yeah, welcome in, everyone. Is anybody doing anything exciting over the weekend? Any hunting? Any fishing? I know in some places it's super cold. But in other places, it's not as cold. We may end up going out to eat tonight or something. If not, I'm going to end up most likely working in the shop kind of late. So I want to get this order tied up at least by Sunday, and we can get it out the door on Monday. Going on the last duck hunt of the season. Oh, well, cool. How cold is it over there where you're at there, Mr. Landon? I know it's freezing cold here. I know with all the cold and everything, them ducks are camping out on the on the ponds. I know the duck hunters out here are liking it. Do you use some of the duck feathers from your harvest or your hunts? Sometimes we'll have some hunters bring duck feathers up here. Yeah. Yeah, it's been cold here lately. I mean, this whole winter has been pretty warm, but this last week's been pretty cold. A lot of mallard, yeah. Got to do a few more packs of these, and then we're going to switch over to the midnight jig. Yeah, if you're brand new in here, I do go live pretty much every day. Make sure to subscribe. I do a lot of other things too besides just tying up lures. A lot of times I'm pouring lead or painting heads and things like that. We're going through a lot of chartreuse feathers. We got to tie up some mud dogs later on. I'm hoping I can get through all the 1/8 ounce. I don't know if I'm going to get to do that or not. I got home from the doctor and I slipped on the ice. Almost busted my rear end. Hey, Wesley. Okay. I'm going to try to adjust these feathers here. Get it locked down there a little bit better. A lot of times when I talk about locking the feather down, there's if your feathers are kind of moving and shifting along the back of the hook, if you start wrapping your thread crosswise at an angle and getting a lot of wraps around it and then come back around this angle, a lot of times that will lock your feathers down to where you're not going to be able to twist it. That's one of the little secrets I've learned. It's not just making these straight across wraps, though I do that right here with the flashing. A lot of times my wraps are all at angles. I'm kind of taking on the lure with a bunch of angle wraps. If you're brand new to lure making and jig making or fly tying or whatever it be, now when I come back around this way, I do some straight wraps and then I'm coming back at an angle and then I'm going back the opposite angle. A lot of times that will lock the lure down to where it just won't twist. Once you get a really tight lure, it just, if you tie a really good finishing knot, that lure will stay together for a long time. It'll be hard to take that lure apart. In most cases, you'll have to take a razor knife to it to take it apart. So that's one of my little secrets there. I see people tie lures all the time on Facebook here and TikTok and Facebook and stuff, and they're just wrapping, just straight over everything, just straight over. And when you do that there, I mean, it'll get tight to a certain case, but in most in most cases, it's going to end up coming loose. Okay, I'm gonna cut this here 2 size. We're gonna get my measurement, and then we're gonna do our angles. Hey, Kimmy. Yep, the chat's been kind of freezing up at times there. Hey there, Barry. Hey there, Joseph. Okay, welcome in, guys. So there's a way that when the chat freezes and I don't see any comments for a while, I'll tap that button that says a chat filter, and I'll switch it back and forth between top chat and all chats. And I do appreciate everybody in here. Thank you for the likes. We got 17 likes up there right now. 17 likes. Let's see if we could hit 20 before the live stream's done. Hey, Skipjack Cindy, how are you doing? How many fish did you guys end up catching? It looked cold out there. It looked brutally cold. None? Oh my. Just keep on doing it. You are making good content. It is tough for somebody in the fishing world to when it comes to wintertime, it is tough to to sometimes create content when I'm not talking about your case there, but in a lot of cases I see these people that do really good spring, summertime, fall time, and then they live up in Ohio or they live up in Minnesota or somewhere, and then they can't go fishing for what they normally fish for because it's just so cold, and they don't know what to do for content. And I tell everybody there, if if you're on YouTube, it's easier because all your content is saved for the most part on your channel here, and you can take parts and fragments of your live stream and you can kind of recan it or recycle it and turn them into shorts and all kinds of other stuff. But on TikTok, you I don't know if you can do that now, but you couldn't do that at one point. Hey there, Spunky. Oh yeah, it's just tough. People want to see you out there fishing and catching, and when you're all bundled up and you got the wind blowing in your face and it's like 15 degrees, it just makes life tough. The ice fishermen have a great time because a lot of times they're in shanties. They can sit there and talk to the audience and flip their little fly, their little ice fishing pole. Yeah, and that is tough there. Anytime I go catfishing in the wintertime, I try to hit it around sunrise or sunset. And it just, for me, where I fish at, you got a lot of the channel cats and the blue cats will kind of nest in the shallows, especially if it's a cold day and it's a sunny day. The sun will draw them to the banks where they kind of can just kick back and just lay in the sun almost. Hey, Mr. Clint. Okay, now we're going to go to the midnight lure. We have a really good catfish, like if you want to call it fishery or whatever. Um, it is a we have a really good um, fishery for catfish here. I don't know if they're catching a lot of the hybrid bass or I know some of the guys like it wintertime because they'll go out for the walleye and stuff. Right now I'm trimming these feathers here. Okay, we're gonna switch our flashing around. Happy Friday to everybody here. I'm gonna do something here real fast. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go throw some bird seed out on our porch. We got birds coming, and I can see they're getting hungry out there. We do have some feeders out there, but I don't want to take the time to take them apart and and fill them up because it's just been cold out there. Yep, it's what we do. Well, I'm back on the bottle again, guys. Back on the bottle. How far do you guys live away from where you fish at? We actually live about 5 minutes from the dam, and usually where I like bank fishing for catfish, it's like 30-35 minutes from here. But if I go to where I put the boat down, it's a good 20 minutes or so. At least an hour. Oh my. Yeah, that's a long trip there. That's a long trip back too. Almost 2 hours away. Oh man, you guys are dedicated. It's either dedicated or crazy. I imagine it's a little bit of both, isn't it? Addicted to, yeah. 2.5 hours to the lake. Yep, that's a long ways too. 1.5 hours, depending. Oh man. Oh golly, we have it really good here. I've been blessed. I used to have to drive an hour and a half where I lived out in Texas to a lake. We'd have to drive an hour and a half to get to Buchanan Lake. That was the biggest lake nearest. Now you had other lakes like Canyon Lake and all that. They just weren't that big. About 10 minutes away. Yep. But yeah, we do have a baby shower tomorrow, and it'll be my first baby shower I've ever been to. I'm afraid if I go to a baby shower, I may come back wearing a blouse or something. It's a small lake. Sometimes we carp fish there. Oh yeah, I got lots of spots. Yep, yep. Oh, that's pretty cool, Landon. Yeah, I just I don't know. Yeah, I'll let my wife. I'll have to ask my wife. Can you lend me a blouse or a slip or something? Yeah, when my wife gets home, I'm gonna have to say, "Hey, we got to go do some shopping. I gotta wear. I gotta have something to wear. I gotta go find me a skirt to wear or something to this baby shower." Yeah. Well, I may just videotape everything. That way, you guys get to see. And that way, if you guys ever get asked to go to a baby shower, you could say, "Honey, let me take it over to this dude's channel on YouTube. And this is why I don't want to go to a baby shower. Let me show you what happened to Ruben over there." Hey there, Easton. Hey there, Owen. Yeah. Yep. Let me show you why it's not cool for a dude to go to a baby shower. Oh, you subbed? Well, thank you. Thanks a bunch. I'll have to start an organization called DABS. I'll have to start a new organization called DABS. Dudes Against Baby Showers. Hey there, Colton. Yeah, the fun women games, getting to change diapers, baby name games. Uh, I don't know. I changed diapers when the kids were babies. I did change diapers. Now, my wife didn't work when we first got married and we had the twins and all that. She did not work. Well, she worked, but she worked at her mother's daycare. And come to find out, my wife worked at her mom's daycare. And it wasn't until after we got married that I realized her mom didn't pay her anything. Her mom did not pay her really anything to work at her daycare. I've been tying flies for a couple of months now. What should I set for jig tying? I have no clue at all. What should I set for jig tying? I don't know. Jigs are flies. Yep. Yep. Jigs need respect too. They are considered wet flies. What did I do with that container? I don't know what I did. Yeah, I was showing a fella here. This jig here I tied. My mayfly jig. That's what I did. My mayfly jig. That's the only one I've ever tied like that. Now, if you tie jigs or whatever, you just tie whatever you want to tie. Yep, welcome in, everybody. I used to have a jig that I tied, and I tied it with a bead, and it looked exactly like a jig. And I used to a long time ago on when I started doing live streams on on TikTok. I would pull out two jigs, and I'd go, okay, here's this one here, and then here's this one here. And I'm like, what's the difference? They're both flies and they're both jigs. And I would show them that this one here had a bead on it, and this one here had a lead head, and they both look the same. And so there's not that much of a difference when it comes to tying with the bead and having a lead head. I need to see if I have any of those beads. I can't remember if they're pink or orange, but I used to show them off on my TikTok a long time ago because we'd have these people that were like, I tie flies and you tie jigs, and they get sometimes people get really touchy about it. Can I zoom in? Yeah, I can zoom in. Here we go. There. Are you good with that, Owen? Are you good with that? You sub too? Well, thank you there, Cold Tecker. Ah, well, thank you there, Colton. Yep, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you there, Mr. Richard, Mr. Panfish King himself. So I have to tie 6 packs of these. I am working on a tackle store order, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing any requests or anything like that today. Those feathers are too small. Okay, you see how I have this threaded up here? I don't know if you guys can see that close, but I can flip this around here. I can maneuver it the way I want, and that's how I do when I'm tying it like when I when I'm tying it down the middle, and I'm going to cut the end off like this here. A lot of times I'll do the wraps just like that, to where I'm going to cut this piece off. I'll wrap straight around, but now I'm going to go ahead and do the crisscrosses, and it just becomes harder to, when you crisscross wrap, or you're wrapping at angles, it makes it harder to maneuver than when you just wrap straight across. Happy Friday, everybody. I think the chat froze up again. Yep, it sure did. Well, no, it didn't. Just nobody talking. After this color, I think we're either going to do the Shiner or the Gray Ghost. Appreciate you guys in here. Thank you guys again. This is going to be the last one on this segment here. This will be the last lure on this segment here, guys. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so. Make sure to pick me up on Facebook and TikTok too, guys. Yep, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I'm just tying up some lures. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off. I have to, I forgot I have to make an order here. So I have to get on the laptop and send Wapsie my order. We got to get some more thread and all kinds of stuff. So we'll be seeing you guys later. Thank you guys again for watching. You guys be good. Goodbye. God bless you guys.